Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Last time we completed the initial investigation, and today is the first day of trial. However, when we went back to Maya to, go over what we discovered, she was channeling Mia, who was holding some secrets that are related to this here trial. She might know something about what happened that she's not willing to say, so yeah. Interesting turn of events. So, yeah. Okay. Awkward intro is awkward. Let's go. What? Prosecutor Von Karma? You mean... No, I heard it's his successor this time. Successor? Manfred Von Karma, he was a really sinister man and an awesome villain. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks, also he could win. He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. And now, his successor. I wonder what kind of person they will turn out to be. It's no good. Mystic Maya. Pearly. You showed up. Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother is watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Huh? Then, you came out by yourself? That's not good. An 8-year-old coming to the frickin' okay. Yep. I snuck out of the manor and followed the map. Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Of course not. I ran. I can't... Oh my. If it takes 2 hours by train... Oh man. Pearly, what about the train? Huh? What's a tray in? I give up. It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth? Who is that? He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend. Oh, okay. I thought he was there. He was like, wait, what the hell did you just say? All right. I still remember him as if I had just seen him only yesterday. Every trial was a scorching fierce battle until the very end. It was always back and forth with them. But when you're rivals for life... Maya, please don't mention that name ever again. Huh? But why, Nick? I'm sorry, Maya, I forgot you don't know. He's gone. And he's not coming back. What? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Court will commence shortly. Please proceed to the courtroom. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway. Nick? Well, dang. June 21st, 10 a.m. It's time. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared? She looks awesome! What is with this girl? Ahem, Mr. Wright, are you finally prepared? Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me? Mr. Phoenix Wright. You must be a little shocked because I'm a woman, correct? Hold on. So this kid is the famed prosecutor Von Karma? I am Franziska Von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Revenge? Is this about her father, Manfred Von Karma? If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can. Did she just attack the judge? Okay then, I'm talking. If you interrupt again, my whip will do the speaking for me. Please speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg of you. Okay then. This is allowed in a court of law? Alright. Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please. Those of Von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. Very well. What is the defense's position? Your Honor. Does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes. I mean, I would hope so? You don't sound too sure there, Nick. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense? A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of himself. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but the defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. I mean, to be fair, justified self-defense, you wouldn't do time in most cases, so yeah. I mean, she would get her verdict, yeah, but Maya would do no jail time. Okay then. Because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone. How foolish. If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call the first witness. She's just as scary as her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose. I like her little animations, too. Oh, God. Witness, your name and occupation. Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct. Get to the point already. Explain to the court the details of this murder. Yes, sir. Everyone, please, look at this map. Channeling chamber has no windows and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit? The look of disbelief on the judge's face is... Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. And that's when they found that the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I have ever presided over. Floor plans added to the court record. Thank you kindly. So how was the victim killed? Just want to check, make sure, I'm on the up and up here. A diagram of the channeling chamber. Yep, that's a diagram, alright. Also, just want to check the profiles. Yeah, we got a lot of right there, but who really cares? Francisca Von Karma, 18? Okay. Prosecutor at age 13. A prodigy who has never known defeat. 18? Wow. I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time, then. My God. Like, how freaking smart you gotta be to get through college and law school by 18? Well, no, she was a lawyer at 13. Dang. Alright. Cause of death. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. The shot was fired from point-blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Wouldn't we have heard screaming then? So the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. Autopsy report added to the court record. I would like to read that. The court accepts it into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. First things first. After being stabbed in the chest, he was shot in the forehead at point blank. Okay. Alright, well, time to press on everything then. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it? It was the victim's. The victim? Now, why would he have... Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start. Fingerprints? There are fingerprints? Along with the victims. The defendant, my face, were also on the grip, sir. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. I walked right into our hands there. The shot was fired from point blank range. Point blank, huh? So how far away was... Oh my god, that's your follow-up. That's your follow-up. Point blank is point blank. Okay. It was anywhere between 10 to 20 inches away. And how do you know he was shot at point blank? Tisk, 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 Mr. Phoenix Wright. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. Excuse me? Gunpowder burn. Gunpowder burn. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. And there are definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Okay, no, but before the victim was shot, he was stabbed in the chest. Stabbed? And what was he stabbed with? Okay then. A fruit knife. I see. And whose knife was it? It looks like it belongs to the face, sir. And of course, my face fingerprints are all over it. All over it, huh?
This does not look good.
What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. But, I mean, technically, he still could have bled out, you know. How severe was the wound? If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes Maya look like she had stabbed him with the intent to kill. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot? Yup, sure can be. One look at the wounds and you'd come to the same conclusion too, pal. A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter then which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What a pain. That's enough. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the two murder weapons with me today. Very well, the court accepts them into evidence. Okay, pistol and knife. Excuse me for a second here. Want to stay on the up and up? 2 shots fired, bears Maya and Gray's fingerprints. Murder weapon, a small fruit knife, belongs to the face, bears Maya's fingerprints. Okay, the date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time. And the 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them? This does seem like an open and shut case. Naturally. Shouldn't it be natürlich? I mean, you know, you are from Germany, I'm just saying. This is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there is no room left for doubt, is there? That is quite true. Mr. Wright. Yes? Even in the face of all this, you still wish to plead not guilty. It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose. See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You would change your plea in less than 10 minutes. What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now will be the time to do so. This is your final chance. This is a huge decision. I better think this through all the way. Hell nah! Plead not guilty. I said that I was going to say not guilty and I'm going to stick with it, yo. If we plead justified self-defense, we'll basically be confessing to a murder. After the trial, Maya's life will be destroyed, and she'd be labeled a murderer. But self-defense, I mean, you know... Oh my god, phone. Alright. Another scammer bites the dust. I can't let that happen. Your Honor, have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright? The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of complete acquittal. You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective. Yes, sir. Present the final portion of your testimony, the final strike. Yes, sir. Now see here, proceedings are run by... Okay, looks like she runs this court now. Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony. I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Incriminating evidence? Sorry, pal. Here's even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of backspray of blood on this. This piece directly links Maya's fate to the crime, sir. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Okay, now wait a minute. Oh wait, I gotta get past that. Alright, Mr. Wright. Check that out first. Maya's costume, clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder, there are blood splatters on it. There indeed are. Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. Could this situation get any worse? Ha! What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. Incriminating evidence. Alrighty then. Sorry, pal, but there's even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Let's press on this. This blood on the costume. Lab results show that it is the victim's blood. So there is blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes. Definitely not good. Where... Okay, editor, you need to do a better job next time. Were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Well. Objection! If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad, not enough time. Time to move on. Yes, Ms. Von Karma is perfectly correct. Grr, even the judge is on her side. But if I bite off more than I can chew here, what should I do? Nah, man, press further. Don't let that shit go. Why is Ms. Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. There must be a clue somewhere on this costume. I just have to look harder. Mr. Wright, Miss Von Karma's logic is perfect. There is no way for you to poke a hole in it. Alright, looks like my time is up. So about the costume. I wish I could zoom in on it. Like, I wish I could zoom, like, see a bigger version of it if I could go back. Because I feel like... Okay, like, if he was stabbed in the chest... You know, you also have to take into account height. I mean, with age deceased, I don't know why I had to, like, go check that again. But, like, there could be blood from the stabbing. But at the same time, it's not going to splatter forward onto you like that. Not to mention, if you shoot somebody at point blank range, then like the exit wound from the bullet, like there's gonna be blood splatter from the exit wound. So that means blood wouldn't get on you if you shoot someone, unless you shoot them with a shotgun, you know, because you know you got like the little pellets and all that stuff. There's one little thing. I'm gonna keep pressing on this, Your Honor. Actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. What? What are you talking about, pal? Where is this problem you were talking about? I've come this far. There's no turning back now. Alright, the problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. Why we gotta zoom in like this? I wish I could get rid of the top screen? Okay. Oh, yeah! Yeah, because, alright. Because, yeah, like, there could be blood splatter from a knife wound. Yes. But, if you stab somebody, there's going to be blood on the sleeves. There's a problem somewhere around here. What does he mean, Miss Von Karma? There's nothing wrong with it. The only thing wrong here is the defense's head. Well said. You certainly do take after your father. No, wait, no. My logic. The frick. What? Okay, I think my logic was sound, you know. I mean, there would be blood on the arm, but fine, you know, there's also whatever the hell this is right here. That's a hole. Is it a hole in your argument? Oh, see what I did there? Yo, okay. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume. The sleeve? There's a tiny hole here. Hey, a hole? That wasn't in the report. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, see what I did there? Okay. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder. Gunpowder? No one ever told me. A hole that smells of gunpowder. It looks like I found the hole I was looking for. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole. Order! Order, order! This is a very grave matter. It is best we correct the court record first before anything else. Maya's costume updated in the court record. Alright, sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir. You sure did, pal. Alright, so yeah, that appears to be a bullet hole. Okay then. Alright then. Alright then. Alright. I see things piecing together. Is she actually smiling? What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke, nothing more. How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. Well, I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police. What Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then... No way. Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. Yes, sir. Really, though? Really, though? All that justice... Really, though? Okay, press on this. He wasn't fighting back? How do you know if he was or wasn't? We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle, pal. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder changed drastically. Ugh, we're in real trouble now. But wait, if he wasn't fighting back, then why would a justified self-defense thing even be at work? If he wasn't attacked... Okay, wait, no. Well, he has something to prove that the victim did fight back. That Von Karma. She thinks she can decide the verdict with this testimony alone. Ooh, I got it. Okay, I have to somehow find a critical contradiction and then I'll have her. Okay. So... Alright, hear me out here. 2 gunshots! But in the autopsy, it said that there was like he just 1 bullet to the head, right? Gunpowder residue around bullet hole. 1 shot to the head. So where was the other shot? Could it be here? Did he see her coming with the knife? Shot her? Then she took the gun, shot him? Detective Dick Gumshoe. If that's your real name, Richard. Yes? If you call me by my full name, it's kind of a weird feeling. You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean? What does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Is this what it means to not fight back? You're right. It would seem that way. If the victim tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything. Alright, the wind seems to be shifting. Huh! What is with that? Are you finished yet, laugh? Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Miss Von Karma? It seems that Maya Fey was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea. That is correct. But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty. Ack. How did you? Why, that's right. Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all. Ooh. No. Well, yes, that's true. Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense. How so? Thank you, Judge. That's exactly what I said. Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course. Huh? You mean, by myself? You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? Yes, sir. Right away, sir. What transpired? During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. This scenario you have put together does make sense. Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright, just by listening, it does make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please. Alright, getting a little comfier here. Wow, I really need like a mic stand or something. This is... Oh boy! Alright, what transpired? During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim. There is quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. And in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess.
Objection!
You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Curane channeling technique, the medium physically changes. Ooh, got me there, actually, okay. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Curane channeling technique. Like I said before, I am perfect. About what you were talking about, I don't quite get it. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony. Alright, of course the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. Oh, because didn't he say before where it was like you can't really put up much of a fight if you're stabbed like that? Huh. But if you think about the blood loss, it's pretty bad. How bad would you say it was? Actually, I went to give blood the other day, and afterward, felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. Sorry. When the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. I'm just pressing on everything until I get like a burst of inspiration. Where in the world did that pistol come from? Looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically brought it for that day. But a handgun? He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. What? Okay. Alright then. Well, that's interesting. Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something? The victim took a shot, but because they were close, he missed. So you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. She was silent on that. Maya has never fired a gun before in her life. The victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire by pulling the trigger. Even me? I wonder. Now do you understand? Avant Karma's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad. But there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. I did not see a contradiction in there. But an amateur like you, because the safety was off. Do revolvers even have safety? I guess. Oh my god. Give me a minute here. Like, one thing that does seem wrong here is the fact that, like he says, because they were too close, he missed. Like, that just seems kind of wrong to me. But I don't know what to present to that. Because, like, my logic here is that, okay, the floor plans, it's a small room. Like, it's a very small room. But then we also have the fact that there was a bullet hole in the folding screen. I feel like I might want to present something on that, but I don't know what. Hail Mary. Nope, it's wrong. Oh my god, that is a lot of health. The witness statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Fortunately, I'll have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. Yikes. Okay, then. I got nothing. I don't... It just seems off, but I don't know what to present, if that's what I want to do. And then there's also the fact, like, how was she able to get the gun anyway? Oh my god. I am drawing like a huge blank here. Another Hail Mary because I have no clue what I'm doing. And that was incorrect. I don't know what I was hoping that would accomplish at all. I am trying to think. That's the problem here. Oh, God. What am I missing? Okay, new line of reasoning here. And it's me just like throwing stuff at a wall, hoping it'll stick. The fact that Gumshoe was all like, oh yeah, the safety was also even an amateur like you would be able to shoot. It was like, wait a minute, amateur? I wonder. And then maybe it's gonna be like, how can an amateur have amazing aim like that? But then you're at point blank range, so you don't really need aim. Oh my god, I am just at a complete loss. I don't freaking know. Okay, full disclosure, I was like at this for way too long and I just did a random search on the GameFAQs message boards, because usually, like, from what I've seen with games like this and Danganronpa, you know, people will not outright tell you what the solution is. They'll just give you a hint to guide you in the right direction. And yeah, I saw quite a few threads on Chapter 2. So, yeah, this does appear to be a bit of a thing. But one thread that I braved and, like, looked in, it only had, like, 2 responses. But, like, the guy ended up answering himself. But, like, he expressed a lot of confusion at this and said he ultimately got it by guessing. And, yeah, he was taken aback because he had completely forgotten about gunpowder burns. And I'm like, wait, what does that have to do with anything? But then it kind of dawned on me because, you know, like they said, oh, well, we know it was at point blank range because there were, like, gunpowder burns on his forehead from where the gun bullet like entered. You know, if they shot at point blank range, the explosion would still like be close enough to it, or like explosion is probably not the right word there, but like there would be burns essentially. So right here they're implying that they're at very close range, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, I might be able to use it with this, because if you look closely, that don't look like a burn right there in her shirt, costume, jacket thing. Like, it just looks like a perfect hole. No burn marks. I mean, granted, a bullet is still like freaking hot, like no matter how far away from the gun it is, you know. That's why it's able to cauterize your wounds for the most part, and why like a lot of people don't have bullets removed from them, because, you know, it cauterized the wound. You know, yeah, there's blood loss, but still. So yeah, I'm gonna present this and pray for the best. Music stopped. Oh my god, this was it. Alright, so yeah, it was the burn mark thing. I'm gonna be completely honest, I would not have gotten that at all. I would not have gotten that. Like, just not at all. And I feel bad that I had to like sort of get a hint on this. Like, I wasn't outright told. You know, the guy said, oh, I completely forgot about gunpowder burns, and I'm just thinking, like, what does that have to do with anything? And then it led me to that, so please forgive me. Missing the tiny hole in this costume will be the prosecution's undoing. What do you mean? This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume? The gunpowder burn? This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Oh. But there is not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. I mean, that also just seems very minor to me, but alright, whatever, yeah, we can go with that. That is a very good point. And what exactly does this mean? It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other.
Objection!
I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With the wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then when they were separated that he fired. How was that? As if that was even possible. According to testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Well, then, that's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then, while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There, that should satisfy even you. That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? I must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. I am, and I'm still confused. Like, why would she push him away then? I guess. And then run up and grab the gun. I don't know. I'll go along with it. Something doesn't make sense. There's a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Fatal? Flaw? Yo, very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking. When she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. Allow me to think. Okay. I had an inkling, but I wasn't 100% certain. Now, I really hope they explain to me why this works. I kind of just threw this at the wall, hoping it would stick, and apparently it will. I thought I had a line of reasoning, but I don't know. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic. What is that? A folding screen? I would like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen. Well, she doesn't like that. It looks like you already know what I'm talking about. I mean, okay, it's a bullet hole, but I'm trying to see how it disproves the thing, though. Who? Where? What? Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. Are these two really that clueless? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. It passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground. Which means... But also, like, I wasn't too sure what the ballistic nature of it would be. Because... I mean... You are looking at it from pretty far away. It could be angled. I don't know. Alright. So I guess what we're going to say is that they're both like kneeling or something, and he shot from the ground. It went through her sleeve and through the bullet hole. Or not bullet hole, through the screen. Yeah, let me see this one through. When the shot was fired, Maya, the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. Order! Order! This changes everything. Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot, and the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location, about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. Well, it's going to be a direct line, if he's right there, and, so yeah, she had to be, like, right here or something. Somewhere around here. Uh-oh. The judge's face is scrunched like he just smelled some serious bad breath. That is, Wait! I just realized I forgot to brush this morning. Excuse me while I freshen up. Sure. In the meantime, I want you to think things through again, Mr. Wright. What the frick? No, that was... She was... Unless they want to say that, like... Okay, then, I guess she was right here? don't know anymore, man. So then, like, close to here? She was standing here near the folding screen. I guess their reasoning is, oh, if if it was angled like that, she'd still be at like point blank range or something. But then that doesn't make sense how he'd be able to shoot unless he came down. Whatever. I'll just go with it. Wait a second. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how can you gauge the distance from that? Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? That's impossible. But why? You, of all people, should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. Yeah, okay, that's the logic they were going to throw at me. Oh my god. However, there is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You... I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? It changes everything. It means she was attacked. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at that time? Squatting. All the way by the folding screen? Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense. Yeah, figured there had to be a reason. It means she was attacked. Like, figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Oof. Alright, but the rest of the trial should be in the bit. Blast radius of disaster. You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix Wright. To think that you've been able to make a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. Of all the things to inherit, why did it have to be that smarmy smile? Detective, how dare you damage my perfect logic? Huh? How's it all my fault? You can start repairing your standing by first removing that 3-strand goatee. Oh, and rest assured, your punishment will come later. Punishment? Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Next witness? It's gotta be Lotta. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness. Okay, to be continued indeed. Ooh, lad! This game, wow. Was not expecting to have this hard of a time on the first flipping trial. Well, first real trial, not the tutorial. Yikes. Yikes. But I'm standing by my logic that he was trying to attack her, and like she might have been, cowering in fear near the thing. But I don't know, like, huh. So I guess he had to, no, I mean, maybe he was standing? I don't know, but I still say he was the attacker. She was cowering in fear, and then stuff happened. I don't know. But, yeah. If this is the second trial of the game, oh boy, it's going to be rough from here on out. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess I just have to, like, be better at thinking. So yeah, with this train wreck done, next time we're going to continue the trial. So, thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and see you next time when Lada will more than likely take the stand. Goodbye.